Well, it took more than 200 days. And then finally, Denver saw its first snowfall. Now there's more snow expected tonight into tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. It's one of those things that you got to be careful what you wish for. While Denver snow has been really scarce so far this season, actually over the last couple hundred days, the mountains certainly have seen more action. Earlier today, I-70 near Glenwood Springs shut down just before noon because of a crash involving 30 cars. Take a look at that video. You see, obviously, the snow-covered roads. The roadway between Dutzero and Glenwood Springs shut down for a couple of hours, reopening at around 1:30. CSP says this is just one of multiple crashes that happened along I-70 today. It was a dangerous day to be driving on that road, urging people to drive safe and expect icy conditions.
Ooh, let's take a live look over Denver right now. It's looking good. Traffic's moving along fine. Nothing on the ground there, but it is so cold. It feels really cold. Overnight, we hit our first single-digit low of the season at 8 degrees.
Yeah, it's been, we've been saying how nice it's been this November.
Chris, I had
it was bound to happen.
2 little flowers coming out of my flower pots.
2?
2 or 3. They were still growing
Not
outside.
anymore.
Well,
I was hanging on to them.
Not anymore. We're now at 39 consecutive hours here, Kim, with sub-freezing temperatures for us here in Denver, and we may end up with 3 snow events for us in just 5 days. Right now here in Aspen, it is snowing steadily for us here in the mountains, and here in Denver, a few flakes. I just got a report from my colleague, meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen out in Arvada. That snow is sticking to the ground there on the west side of the metro area in Arvada, but here in Denver, for the most part, we're not seeing snow at this point. That snow mainly for us here in the mountains, heaviest and steadiest for us west of Vail and south of I-70. So this would be the San Juans, the West Elk Mountains, as well as down here through the San Bernardino Cristo Mountains, and that's where we're seeing that steadiest snowfall right now. I-70 corridor, some light to occasionally moderate snowfall for us, and then here in Denver, not seeing much snow yet, but the snow, it's very shallow, so it's below what you can see there on the radar. So if you're watching me from the west side of the metro area, some very light snow is falling right now. We'll see that pick up as we head over the next few hours. Steadiest and heaviest snow will be after sunset. So really between about now and about 10, 11 o'clock, that's when we'll see that steadiest snow for us. And that steadiest snow will be south of Denver in Douglas and in Elbert County. So if you're going over the Gap tonight, just keep an eye on that snow for us. More details on that. And a look at perhaps a more significant snow event for us on Wednesday. That coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Well, you heard it there. It's going to be really cold. We're going to see more snow. That could mean big problems for your pipes if you're not ready. Here are some things you can do to avoid frozen pipes, of course. If there's a sink attached to an outside wall, just leave that water on there, just a drip or 2, and just keep it on nonstop. This will help keep the water moving so it doesn't freeze. Also, open your cabinet doors. That allows the room temperature to kind of warm up the pipes. It's also best to keep your heat at 55 degrees or above. If you can take 55, good luck. And if you can, close your foundation vents.
And let's take a look at DIA now. For the hundreds of thousands of travelers going through DIA this week, they are expecting more than 845,000 passengers during the Thanksgiving travel period altogether.
Yeah, it's the one time everybody seems to be going. So that's up nearly 10% compared to last year. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch went out to the airport to see how travelers are faring.
Flight delays aren't ideal on one of the busiest travel days this holiday season at DIA, but the spirit of giving thanks is still alive as most passengers are just happy to be home. Everyone knows the slowdown after Thanksgiving dinner. But when plates are cleared, that's when the airport picks up again.
Oh yeah, I would say so. Like our flight back home was completely full.
DIA expects the Sunday after Thanksgiving to be the busiest day for this wave of holiday travel.
Usually we'll get here in like an hour early.
Even with the larger crowds, many of the travelers we talked to saw no issues.
Thanksgiving was smooth, got to see family, and yeah, I had a really good time. Yep.
Carter Paff pressed his airport luck with a multi-leg Thanksgiving trip.
4 flights in 6 days, and none of them were delayed. The TSA lines weren't bad. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
The airport was just as drama-free for Elizabeth and Brandon Gonzalez. They spent 48 hours in San Antonio.
Visiting the in-laws and all the cousins.
Gonzalez says she is prepared for potential travel impacts, but she made it out unscathed.
Flight cancellation or just like since it's a holiday weekend, like a ton of people long lines at security, but we didn't experience any of that, so we're very thankful.
With hundreds of delays at DIA, not everyone was spared.
Yeah,
Hector Flores was delayed coming into Denver from St. Louis.
2 hours.
Though he's getting home a little later than expected, he says the trip was worth
I
it.
spent Thanksgiving Day with my daughter. She has cancer, so I had to come and spend a whole week with her.
And for Flores, he's still right on time for Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Go Broncos!
DIA is expecting to screen more than 96,000 passengers today. In DIA, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Enjoy the people around you. Smile. Starting tomorrow, the Salvation Army will begin phasing out as the operator of 3 homeless shelters.
Yeah, and as part of the transition, the organization will be laying off 93 people who work at 3 of Denver's all-in mile-high shelters. Those shelters are the Aspen at 4040 Quebec Street, Stone Creek at 4595 Quebec Street, and the Tamarack Family Shelter on East Hampden Avenue. Salvation Army had been facing scrutiny for how it ran shelters after multiple issues began to arise. Back in 2024, the Aspen had a series of deadly shootings. This year, an employee was accused of sexually assaulting a woman at the same shelter. Then in August, an 11-year-old girl fell from a 7th-story ledge at the Tamarack Family Shelter. Salvation Army will stop managing the shelters at the end of the year.
Let's go Broncos! Let's go Broncos!
Broncos fans are everywhere. You can tell everybody's pumped up for the Sunday night game against the Washington Commanders. Fans showed up last night in numbers for a rally in D.C. ahead of the game. And as if the game isn't enough to cheer about, Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton is officially back in the lineup tonight. It's been just 3 weeks since he was diagnosed and underwent surgery for testicular cancer. He missed just 1 game because of how the Broncos' schedule shook out. They had a bye week in between. He still leads the team with tackles of 89. Having Singleton is huge news for the Broncos team, who wants to stay hot, and got to be emotionally a big boost.
Oh, absolutely, and an inspiration to everybody on that field. Tonight, the team is hoping, obviously, to make a clean sweep against the NFC East. The Broncos have already beaten the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Giants. The only team left in that particular area, the Commanders. Our Scotty Gange and Mike Kliss are at Northwest Stadium. Just about an hour to kickoff now, guys.
Yeah, that's right. It's exciting here. And you know what? One thing I've noticed here, Mike, a nice crowd of Bronco fans so far that are here to watch their team. And why are they not excited, right? I mean, it's the team that's won 8 games in a row. Here they are, Bo Nix trying to lead them for that 9th straight win against a team of the Commanders that's struggled for a while.
Yeah, they've lost 6 in a row, and the Broncos are pretty good favorite tonight. But they still got to play their game. You know, in their 8-game winning streak, Scotty, the 2 worst games they played were against the Jets and the Raiders. 2 worst teams that they played. They barely won both those games. I think this is going to be a tough game for the Broncos. They got to figure out how to win in the 4th quarter. That's how I see it playing out.
Mike, I respect you immensely. I do even more because I notice you don't have your gloves. You're not wearing any gloves tonight. What a guy you are.
Well, they're actually these, you know,
they're just not that good. Those are gas station gloves, Mikey.
Yeah. They're low rent, so we're trying to tough it up here. But you know, they were talking about Alex Singleton before the game, and him. You can't complain about the cold, can you?
No.
Not when you got a guy playing with cancer. Actually, the cancer's gone. So he is an inspiring story. He's going to be out there. He'll probably play every down.
Yeah, he really is inspiring. It's going to be awesome to see him there, right? Leading the defense. You know who else is going to be fun to see is Pat Surtain. He's coming back after missing 3 games. Amazingly, the Broncos went 3-0 without their reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He's back tonight. He should be causing a lot of problems for Marcus Mariota on Washington's side, who struggled this year.
Yeah, and the thing about it is Surtain's going to be tested with that pack. McLaren and Deebo Samuel, both real good receivers. It's just that the Washington with Mariota, Jaden Daniels, that's a big loss for them. Broncos got to play the Bengals without Burrow and Washington without Jaden Daniels. I mean, they might as well take advantage of that timing. But Washington can run the ball with Rodriguez, too. It's going to be a test tonight.
It's going to be fun to see tonight. And, of course, it's great that it's Sunday Night Football on NBC. This is the first time, actually, the Broncos have played on a true Sunday Night Football game, Kim and Phil, since November of 2023. So we're looking forward to it. It's a nice, sunny, Hawaii kind of vibe here this evening. We'll throw it back to you guys in Denver.
Okay, well, we hope you're in the locker room and it's hot and sweaty and everybody's smiling and laughing afterwards.
That's
Good
right.
hope.
That'd be a good thing.
I will say I
Thanks,
broke out
guys.
the gloves too.
Yeah.
I mean, here it's that cold too.
Yeah, it is. So,
They're used to that. All right.